Welcome back to the Maelstrom, ladies and gentlemen. We have another Warhammer 40k battle report for you today. Another trip through the ATC playtesting. We will be on the 11th draft. We will have a link in the description below, as always, to point you in the right direction to the rules we're playing. The mission we're playing today is a little more streamlined. It is mission 3 in the list, so progressive table quarters, the relic, and kill points differential. So the relic is represented by the recon drone here in the center. Tau versus Craftworlds. 1,850 points. The Tau will be on the far side of the table, Dawn of War deployment, the Eldar on the near side. We will be right back with Army. We have the Craftworlds.
Alright, starting out we have a combined arms detachment being led by Magan Ra as the Warlord. I have a Farseer on a jet bike. In the troop slot I have a squadron of 3 jet bikes with 2 scatter lasers, a squadron of 10 Guardian Defenders with a scatter laser, 2 squads of Dire Avengers, 6-man strong. They are in Wave Serpents with Twin Link Scatter Laser Turrets and Hollow Fields. In Fast Attack slot, I have a squad of 6 Swooping Hawks with an X-Arc. For heavy support, I have a Fire Prism with a Chin Shuriken Cannon, Spirit Stones, and Hollow Fields. And I have a Falcon with a Bright Lance and Hollow Fields. Then I am carrying an Aspect Host that has 5 Dark Reapers with an Reaper Shot, 5 Fire Dragons, and 5 Warp Spiders.
Right. And
the Fire Dragons are in a Wave Serpent with Twin Link Scatter Lasers and Hollow Fields.
Alright, so that is the Eldar. Next up we have the Tau Vaz contribution to the war. We have a Hunter contingent. Starting off we have a Hunter cadre. It is led by a Commander with XV802 Iridium Armor, Multi-Spectrum Sensor Suite, Pure Tide Chip, the OSS, all the good gear. He is attached to a squad of 3 Crisis Suits with double missile pods and target lockers. He also has a drone controller, and they have 4 marker drones attached to their squad. We have 3 strike teams, 10-man strong, DS8 turret, no other upgrades on the squad. And then each of those tanks, Devilfish transports for them, have disruption pods, sensor spines, smart missile systems, and that's it, I believe. We have 3 teams like that. We also have a Chaznel to lead them, a Cadre Fireblade up front here with the middle squad. We have a team of 8 Pathfinders, no upgrades, and we have 2 individual Hammerheads in the heavier slot. To finish the list off, we have an optimized Stealth Cadre, Ghost Kill with a Cyclic Ion Raker, Twin Fusion Blaster, Early Warning Override, and Velocity Tracker. And then we have 2 teams of 3 Stealth Suits. They have a Fusion Blaster each, and that guy has a target lock. And then the 2 Burst Cannon Suits have advanced targeting systems. So you have seen the armies, and you have seen the table. We will be back as we get stuck into the Maelstrom. Alright, deployment is complete. The armies are ready to do this. We're going to walk down the Eldar first.
Alright, so we got the Fire Prism holding the flank. Dire Avengers, Dark Reapers are in the Falcon, Fire Dragons in their Wave Serpent, Magan Ra with the Guardians up front, another Dire Avenger squad, Farseer and his guys back here, Warp Spiders up there, and Swooping Hawks hiding back here behind the building.
Alright, and then for the Tau, we have the Commander along with the Crisis team here on the hill. We have the 2 Hammerheads deployed behind the hill for a little bit of cover. We have 1, 2, 3 Devilfish teams, and the one that has some white on the model is the one carrying the Fireblade. We have 8 Pathfinders here, and then the optimized Stealth is deployed here. Ghost Kill on the front of the deployment, and then 2 groups of 3 Stealth Suits infiltrated here. So that is deployment. I don't think either of us have any reserves, but that is deployment, no night fight, and the Tau are going to attempt to seize the initiative. Then we're going to get this underway. With a 5, they will not do it. So the Eldar will be going first, and we will be back following the top of turn 1. Alright, Eldar, turn 1.
Alright, so we moved everything forward except the Fire Prism because he immobilized himself on the rocks.
You know, I just made that crack about you not destroying any of your own models this turn. You tried.
Farseer cast Guide on Magan Ra's unit. They fired at the green Devilfish in the center. He passed all his Jinx saves. Warp Spiders moved up and grabbed the relic. The Wave Serpents fired, managed to get just some minor wounds on the Pathfinders. Falcon managed to get a penetrating hit on the Devilfish over there and immobilized it. And the immobilized Fire Prism did manage to take a wound out of the commander.
Yep. And that Pathfinder squad did pass their morale check. So that is top of 1. The Tau will respond, and we will be back following that. Tau turn 1 rolls to an end. Lots of invulnerable saves down here. The optimized stealth split out to these tanks. Burst cannons here did absolutely nothing. Scored 2 hits, no damage. Scored 2 pins and a glance here. Everything but 1 glance bounced off of it. However, the Fusion Blaster in close range here found its mark and obliterated this thing in a shower of sparks. 3 guys out of the 6, or all 6 got out. The other 3 that died took a hammerhead round from down there, which landed square on them. 5 out of 6 wounds, but they went to ground and saved 2. The Ghost Kill fired all of his here. I lied. The burst cannons did nothing. The Ghost Kill managed 1 glancing hit through. All the Fire Warriors disembarked since we had a good Callion set up here with all the guys in the middle. We combined fire and killed off all of the Warp Spiders, and a submunitions side effect hit these guys and killed 3 of them as we were trying to take them out. We added the hammerhead to that coordinated fire. This squad of Fire Warriors fired on the Fire Dragons, wounded the Exarch and killed 2 of his men, but they held their ground. And obviously we knocked that out with the Missile Pod Crisis Team, knocked out the Wave Serpent down here. Then we did some jump moves to continue repositioning, because he did get the objective back here with his flicker jump, 6 more inches. So I'm sure Morgan Ra is going to be picking that up and tanking at this point. We will be back following Eldar turn 2. Turn 2.
Alright, so Morgan Ra squad moved backwards to claim the relic. Farseer and his guys moved up. They attempted Psychic Shriek on the green Firework squad. Was not able to do any wounds there, but did get a couple wounds through with their scatter lasers. Wave Servant up there killed some Fire Warriors there. Morgan Ra squad killed some Fire Warriors in this squad. Fire Dragons finished off the Fire Warriors, but the Fireblade survived, but he did break and fall back. The other squad of Fire Warriors did also break and fall back. Reapers fired at the Devilfish, at the green one, and did nothing. The Falcon fired at the commander down there and did nothing. Fire Prism also fired back there and dealt 1 wound. And the Swooping Hawks deep struck in. One of them broke their leg on the terrain, so no large blast with them. And then they ran and got around the Pathfinder to avoid his large blast.
Yep, so mixed bag, some really good shooting and some pretty poo shooting. Mixed bag, but it did do a lot of damage, killed a lot of Fire Warriors. We will be back after the tower spawn. Turn 2 rolls to an end. Luckily, both of our units back here are regrouped. We moved them into coherency and used his run and shoot move. Move over here. We had the marker drones move along the back side of the bunker here. They markered up the guys to make me BS5. I shot the Swooping Hawks with this Devilfish and this squad of Fire Warriors. Killed everybody but the Exarch, but he is bleeding, so he's down to 1 wound. Fired this and the 2 hammerheads on coordinated firepower into the box and killed 2 box with a burst cannon, 3 smart missile systems, and 2 hammerhead shots. I don't know. I give up. But we busted this Wave Serpent with missile pods. These guys fell out to no ill effect. And we stripped off 4 Guardians here with the Ghost Kill. The Fusion Blaster would have hit Morgan Ra from across the gap, but Morgan Ra shunted that one away, killed another Guardian. They're fearless, so they're hanging tight. These guys, however, are anything but fearless. They are fearful. They are headed for the edge after losing another one of their buddies. Ghost Kill jumped around here, and the first stealth team moved here. Second one failed again to do anything here. We did knock 1 hull point out, but that was it. Because we rolled 2 1s with the Fusion Blaster. We charged it with 9 attacks, did not get a single 6. We did kill off the last of the Fire Dragons though, and we did stun the Falcon with a hit on it. So that is Tau turn 2. 2 more kill points picked up. We will be back following the Eldar response. Turn 3.
Alright, so Morgan Ra and his squad moved 6 inches this way. They did fire down at the Fire Warriors in the back. I fired, killed 3 with his Strength 6 AP 5 shots. And I killed 1 with the poison shot that if it kills the guy it blows up, and killed 2 more with it. Dark Reapers killed the stealth suits that were out in the open. Farseer moved up, guided himself, tried to cast some psychic powers, but because their Witchfire powers did really nothing. Dire Avengers killed a couple drones out of the commander squad, but they passed their morale. And that is it.
Oh yeah, and the stealth team did their job this time, knocked this thing out in his turn. So they did glance at this.
He did manage to force the hammerhead, one of the hammerheads to jinx.
Yes,
did no damage.
This hammerhead here, he missed it, but I did declare the jinx. So he did get me to snap shoot, but that snap shoot apparently saved my butt from being hit. So that is the end of the turn. Eldar pick up one more kill point and one more table quarter point. We will be back after Tau turn 3. Tau turn 3 comes to an end between the combined fire of these fire warriors, the devilfish there in the back, and the stealth team here, which jumped here after the shooting. We brought down all of the Dark Reapers. They all died this turn. We knocked the last point out of this tank with the Fusion Blaster. No explosion, but we did destroy it. Ghostkill moved up, fired his Fusion Blaster, and knocked the gun out of the Guardian squad. And then killed 2 Guardians. So leaves 1 Guardian and Maganra there. We put 5 marker lights on these poor Joes, and they ate fire from that devilfish, this devilfish, and both of the hammerheads, which was ballistic skill +5 everywhere, so even the snap firing ones knocked them out. We got both of them knocked down. The commander and his guys moved up and killed all but one of these Dire Avengers, but he did pass his morale check, so there are 3 Eldar still on the board. We are going into turn 4. We will be right back. Top of 4 for the Eldar.
Alright, so Maganra is still running with the objective. Shot at the stealth suits, got 2 Rens and 2 armor saves, and he made all of them between the cover and the armor.
Finally found somebody who wants to live.
And then he fired one of his AP2, one of his 2+ poison shots at the fire warriors, hoping to kill one and force an explosion. He made his armor save, so Maganra killed nothing this turn. The lone Dire Avenger moved around behind the tank with the intent of charging the commander squad to reduce the overwatch, killed the drone with my shooting, and then died in overwatch from the lone suit that could see him.
Yep, so that is Eldar 4, and the Tau response is coming up. Tau turn 4, everybody moved up. We fired the commander first to get a marker light hit in. Him and his guys managed to wound Maganra and kill the Guardian. Then between all of the other stuff, everything else in the army that could took shots with the marker lights. And finally the Fusion Blaster from this suit laid him low and killed Maganra. So that was a tabling on 4. By the ATC rules, I got to play the game out after that. The stealth suits grabbed the objective on turn 6 and gave us line breaker. That was enough to give the Tau the maximum 33 points, given the Eldars 4 points for table quarters. That makes it 33-4, so with that differential, if you look at the chart in the mission on the link below, it is a 29-point differential, which is a 20-0 victory in favor of the Tau Empire. We will have after-action reviews and army lists at the blog as always, and as we always say, guys, thanks for spending time with us at the Maelstrom.